Eye-opening facts or myths, 30+ tests to question your wisdom. We live in an era overflowing with information. Some of it is enlightening, some of it is entertaining, but a surprising amount of it is just wrong. Misconceptions and half-truths often masquerade as fact, passed down through generations, repeated in classrooms, or spread online without a second thought. So how much of your everyday knowledge is actually true? Are you ready to challenge what you think you know? Today we're diving into over 30 mind-bending fact or myth challenges that will test your wisdom, reveal surprising truths, and maybe even make you question reality. Let's start with some of the most common beliefs and unravel them one by one. You only use 10% of your brain. This is a myth, and a persistent one. Brain imaging studies using technologies like fMRI and PET scans show activity coursing through virtually all regions of the brain, even when you're at rest or asleep. While not every neuron is firing at once, each part of the brain has a purpose and is utilized. The origin of the 10% claim is unclear, but it's been debunked by neuroscientists for decades. Lightning never strikes the same place twice. Also a myth. Not only can lightning strike the same place twice, it often does. Tall structures like the CN Tower in Toronto or the Empire State Building in New York get struck repeatedly every year. Lightning follows the path of least resistance, so a tall conductive object in an open area is a repeat target. Cracking your knuckles causes arthritis. This one has been passed around like family tradition, but studies show no solid evidence that knuckle cracking leads to arthritis. The popping sound is just gas bubbles collapsing in the synovial fluid. While excessive cracking might cause hand swelling or reduce grip strength, arthritis isn't on the list of consequences. The Great Wall of China is visible from space. Sorry, no. Astronauts have confirmed that the Great Wall is difficult to see from low Earth orbit and completely invisible from the Moon. Its materials and narrow width blend in with the natural terrain. While some man-made structures are visible like city lights or airports, the wall isn't one of them. You swallow spiders in your sleep. Total myth. There's no scientific evidence to support this. Spiders avoid humans and are unlikely to crawl into a warm, vibrating, breathing mouth. This myth originated as a fabricated example of how easily misinformation spreads, and ironically it proved its point. Sugar makes kids hyper. Parents everywhere believe this, but it doesn't hold up under scrutiny. Numerous studies, including double-blind trials, show no consistent link between sugar consumption and hyperactivity. It's more about the context, birthday parties, excitement, and attention levels, than the sugar itself. Hair and nails keep growing after death. Another illusion. What really happens is that the body dehydrates and skin retracts, making nails and hair appear longer. There's no actual growth post-mortem, as cell activity ceases with death. Nope. Bulls are colorblind to red. It's the movement of the matador's cape that enrages them. The red is used simply for tradition and drama, not because it provokes bulls more than any other color. Goldfish have a 3-second memory? Not even close. Goldfish can remember things for weeks or even months. They can learn simple tasks, recognize their owners, and be trained using conditioning techniques. The 3-second myth is a gross underestimation of their cognitive abilities. Mount Everest is the tallest mountain? Well, it depends on how you measure. Everest is the highest point above sea level at 8,848 meters. But Mauna Kea in Hawaii, when measured from its base on the ocean floor to its peak, is over 10,000 meters tall. So yes and no, Everest wins in elevation, Mauna Kea in actual height. Chameleons change color to camouflage? That's partially true, but mostly a myth. Chameleons change color primarily for social signaling and thermoregulation. Color changes can indicate mood, stress, or temperature needs, not just camouflage. 12. Shaving makes hair grow back thicker. It only feels that way. Shaving cuts hair at a blunt angle, making the regrowth feel coarser and appear darker. But it doesn't alter the structure or density of the hair follicle. 13. The tongue has taste zones. You've seen those tongue maps, right? But they're wrong. All taste buds, spread throughout the tongue, can detect sweet, sour, salty, bitter, and umami. Some areas are slightly more sensitive, but the idea of fixed taste zones is outdated science. 14. Water conducts electricity, not by itself. Pure water is actually a poor conductor. It's the dissolved salts and minerals, electrolytes, that allow electricity to pass through water. That's why distilled water is used in electronics labs. Alcohol warms you up. It might feel like it, but alcohol actually causes your blood vessels to expand, bringing warm blood closer to the surface of your skin, making you feel warmer. But this causes your core temperature to drop, which can be dangerous in cold environments. People in the Middle Ages thought the Earth was flat, historical myth. Educated people in medieval Europe widely accepted that the Earth was spherical. Ancient Greeks, like Aristotle, had already proven Earth's roundness centuries earlier. The 5-second rule makes food safe. Sadly, bacteria don't wait 5 seconds. They can transfer to food immediately upon contact with contaminated surfaces. While dry, clean floors may pose less risk, the 5-second rule is no guarantee of safety. 18. Bananas grow on trees. Technically incorrect. Banana trees are actually giant herbs. What looks like a trunk is a pseudostem made of overlapping leaf bases, and yes, bananas are technically berries. 19. Touching a baby bird will make its mother abandon it. Most birds won't reject their chicks due to human scent. Birds have a limited sense of smell and rely more on visual and auditory cues. That said, disturbing nests can still stress birds and is best avoided. 20. Bats are blind. Complete myth. Bats have functional eyes, and many species can see quite well, especially at night. Echolocation is their superpower, but not a replacement for sight. Vikings wore horned helmets, a dramatic invention. There's no archaeological evidence of horned helmets. The stereotype began with 19th century opera costumes and illustrations. Humans have 5 senses. Actually, we have more, at least 9, and arguably over 20. Beyond the classic 5, we also have senses for balance, pain, temperature, hunger, thirst, and proprioception, which is body position awareness, among others. You can see the Great Wall from the moon. False, even from Earth orbit it's hard to spot. The moon is about 384,400 kilometers away, and even massive man-made structures disappear at that distance. Einstein failed math, a persistent but false myth. Einstein was actually a math prodigy. The confusion likely came from misunderstandings of the grading system or misquotes in popular media. Seasons are caused by Earth being closer to the sun. Not quite. Seasons are the result of Earth's axial tilt. When your hemisphere tilts toward the sun, it gets more direct sunlight, hence warmer temperatures. Interestingly, the Earth is actually closest to the sun in January. Humans evolved from monkeys. Not exactly. Humans and monkeys share a common ancestor that lived millions of years ago. We didn't evolve from modern monkeys but branched off from a shared evolutionary tree. Antibiotics kill viruses. No, that's not true. Antibiotics target bacteria, not viruses. Taking antibiotics for viral infections like the common cold or flu is ineffective, and honestly, it contributes to antibiotic resistance. Napoleon was short. Actually, he was about 5 foot 6 inches to 5 foot 7 inches. Pretty average for his time. British propaganda and differences in French versus British measurement systems helped cement the myth of his short stature. Gum takes 7 years to digest. Not true. Gum isn't digestible, but it doesn't sit in your stomach for 7 years. Like most indigestible matter, it passes through the digestive system and exits normally. A penny dropped from a skyscraper can kill you. Highly unlikely. A penny's mass and shape prevent it from reaching lethal speeds. It might sting or cause minor injury, but it won't embed itself in the pavement or your skull. Blood is blue inside the body. Nope. Blood is always red, though it darkens when deoxygenated. Veins appear blue due to how light penetrates skin and reflects off blood and tissue. If you cut an earthworm in half, you get two worms, most often false. Some species can regenerate parts, but in general, only one half survives, usually the part with the head. Vaccines cause autism. This is a dangerous myth. It actually originated from a fraudulent study that's since been retracted and discredited. Numerous large-scale studies have found no link between vaccines and autism. Sugar causes diabetes. This is partially misleading. Sugar contributes to obesity and poor metabolic health, which are risk factors for type 2 diabetes. But sugar itself doesn't directly cause the disease. Genetics, diet, and lifestyle all play roles. Detox diets cleanse the body. This is a marketing myth. Your liver and kidneys already detox your body continuously. Juice cleanses and detox products may offer short-term weight loss but not actual toxin elimination. People learn better through their preferred learning style, an appealing myth. While people may have preferences, research shows that matching instruction to a learning style doesn't significantly improve retention or understanding. Sharks can smell a drop of blood from miles away. Exaggeration. Sharks have an excellent sense of smell, but detecting a single drop from miles away is mythic. In ideal conditions, they might sense blood from hundreds of meters, not miles. The moon has a dark side. All sides of the moon receive sunlight. The term dark side refers to the far side, which is hidden from Earth's view due to tidal locking. It's not in perpetual darkness. 39. Microwaves cook from the inside out. False. Microwaves heat food by agitating water molecules starting at the outer layers. The inside gets hot as heat moves inward, just like in a regular oven. 40. Ostriches bury their heads in the sand. They don't. When ostriches sense danger, they lie low and press their necks to the ground to blend in, which can look like they're burying their heads, but they aren't. And that's your wisdom tested. How many did you get right? How many surprised you? This exercise isn't just fun, it's important. Myths can shape our choices, beliefs, and even policies. Questioning them isn't just a test of knowledge, it's a commitment to truth. So don't stop here. Keep asking, keep doubting, keep learning. Because true wisdom isn't about how much you know, it's about your willingness to learn what you didn't know yesterday. If you enjoyed this journey through fact and fiction, hit that like button and share it with someone who loves testing their knowledge. Until next time, keep your curiosity sharp and your wisdom sharper. What other myths have you heard that deserve to be